So I want you to imagine something. You spend years in medical school. You've done your residency. You've built a thriving dermatology practice. You see patients, you make good money, but something is wrong. You're working 50 to 60 hours a week, but your practice still feels chaotic. Your staff is burnt out. Your revenue fluctuates month to month. You're making clinical decisions, but you have no idea if your business decisions are actually the right ones. And here's what's interesting. You understand the human body better than almost anyone on the planet. You know that the body is a system of systems. You know that when one system fails, the whole thing collapses. But your practice, you're treating it like a bunch of random departments. What if I told you that the same principles that keeps the body alive could transform your entire practice? What if you could see your practice the way you see your patients, as an integrated organism where everything connects? Well, let's get into it. My name is Tony Jackson, and my wife and I, Dr. Mercy Youngbo, run and operate Lilly Dermatology. We create this content so we can help other private practice owners avoid the mistakes that we've made. What we found is that successful private practice owners don't just see their business as separate buckets, but they see it as one living, breathing organism. Every single system has a job, and they all talk to each other. What we found personally is when one system's sick, it doesn't just affect the system, it affects everything. We're going to review your practice from the framework of a body systems model. This isn't just academic, this is a diagnostic tool. This is a way to audit your practice and find out which systems need attention and which ones are secretly sabotaging your success. Let's start with your skeletal system. Your bones provide structure and protection. They're not flashy. No one wakes up excited about their skeleton, but without it, you collapse. In your practice, your skeletal system is your legal structure and your compliance framework. This includes your business entity, whether you're an LLC, S Corp, or sole proprietorship, your state and federal licenses, HIPAA compliance protocols, anti-kickback statutes, Stark's law adherence, professional liability insurance, employment agreements, and the list can go on. Here's the thing about skeletons. We don't notice them when they're strong. We only notice them when they're weak. There are many stories of practices that grew too fast and didn't have solid legal structures in place. They hit a problem, a regulatory audit, a malpractice claim, a partnership dispute, and suddenly the weak skeleton crumbles. So here's a question for you. When is the last time you had an attorney review your employment agreements or your corporate structures? If you can't answer that, your skeleton needs attention. If you are starting your own private practice, make sure you have this in place in the beginning. Next is the cardiovascular system, which is your revenue cycle. This is your heartbeat. This is the rhythm that keeps your practice alive. Your revenue cycle includes patient eligibility verification, accurate coding and charge capture, clean claim submission, insurance follow-up, denial management, patient collections, accounts receivable, and a lot more. Remember, every time you see a patient, you're generating potential revenue, but that revenue doesn't reach your bank account by magic. It has to flow through your revenue cycle system, just like blood flows through your arteries. If your revenue cycle has blockages, low claim processing, high denial rates, poor follow-up, not collecting copays, then your revenue doesn't reach the rest of your body. Suddenly, you can't pay your staff, you can't invest in equipment, you can't reinvest in growth. Most practice owners have no idea what their revenue cycle metrics are. We fell into this trap as well in our private practice and still have to be reminded of this. And by not tracking this, it's almost like having no pulse on the pulse of your practice. The critical metrics to watch are your clean claim rate, your accounts receivable, and your denial rate. And our suggestion is you want to check these numbers at least monthly. Some of them you may want to check weekly. Your nervous system is your communication infrastructure. It's your EHR, your practice management system, your patient portal, your internal messaging, your analytics dashboard. The nervous system transmits information instantly throughout your body, coordinating every function. Your IT systems do the same in your practice. Here's where a lot of practices break down. They have good individual systems, a good EHR here, a good billing system here, but they don't communicate. Information gets stuck. Providers don't know what billing is doing. Front desk doesn't know what the clinic is planning. Everybody's working in silos. We had a similar problem in our private practice. We remedied this by making sure that we have consistent meetings amongst heads of these individual systems so everybody is communicating on what's going on. When your nervous system is broken, you get communication breakdown, duplicated work, staff frustration, delayed responses to patient issues, loss of visibility in what's actually happening in your private practice. Here's an actionable step you can take. Do an audit this week. Track a patient from first call to final billing. How many places does the information live? How many times is it re-entered manually? That's your nervous system efficiency rating.
Support for the DermBiz show comes from EZDERM. If you're a dermatologist or part of a dermatology practice, you know how critical it is to have tools that make your workflow seamless. EZDERM is revolutionizing dermatology with its intuitive EHR solutions, designed specifically to simplify your practice operations and give you more time to focus on patient care. Their system isn't just easy to use, it's built with dermatologists in mind, making it the perfect choice for practices looking to streamline and grow. Want to learn more? Head over to EZDERM.com to see how they can help you elevate your practice to the next level. And here's a little insider tip. Tell them the DermBiz show sent you. Also, before we jump back in, here's a quick reminder to make sure you're connected with us on all of our other social media platforms. We share other content on those platforms that's going to help you grow and build your private practice. We believe that we need more doctors in leadership positions in private practice ownership, and we believe that our content is going to help you get to where you need to go. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on all of those platforms. All right, thanks for listening, and another big shout out to EZDERM. Now let's get back to the show.
Your digestive system is patient acquisition and marketing. You are processing potential patients into active members of your private practice. It's your website. It's your social media. It's your referral networks. It's your reputation management. If you're not attracting patients, nothing else matters. The muscular system is operations and workflow. Your front desk, your clinical flow, your scheduling, your inventory, your SOPs. These are the muscles that execute the practice's day-to-day work. Strong muscles means high productivity without burnout. Weak muscles means chaos and provider frustration. Next is your integumentary systems. Your skin is patient experience. Every touch point with the patient from the first call to their follow-up communication. Your skin is what patients see and feel. It's your protection against losing them to competitors. These three systems, these are the ones your patient sees. They are your storefront. Get these right and your marketing works harder, patients refer more, your reputation grows. Now here's where I want to shift gears. Most practices focus obsessively on what I just mentioned, the visible systems, but there are three invisible systems that actually control everything else. Your endocrine system is your financial management and analytics. It's your budgets, your forecasting, your compensation modeling, your profitability analysis. Your endocrine system produces the hormonal signals that regulate growth. It tells you when to expand, when to pull back, when to invest. Without this system functioning, you're flying blind. You're making decisions on gut feel instead of data. Your immune system is risk management and quality control. It's your clinical quality metrics, your patient safety protocols, your compliance auditing, your infectious control procedures. This system protects you from threats. It fights off malpractice claims, regulatory issues, and quality problems before they escalate. And last but not least is the respiratory system. And this is your culture and team management. It's your mission and your values and your leadership practices, your team communication and your recognition system, your professional development. This system brings oxygen into your practice. It energizes your system and removes toxicity. Here's what I want you to remember. Your practice is not a collection of random departments. It's a living, breathing organism. And like any organism, it's only as healthy as the weakest system. The practices that win, where revenue is predictable, where the team is engaged, they don't just manage their business, they manage the systems that manage their business. They see how everything connects. They know which systems need attention and they fix them systematically. So this week, pick one system and assess it honestly. Ask yourself, is this system healthy? And then ask, what would it take to make it 10% better? And this is how we not only work in our practice, but on our practice. I hope this content helps you and your private practice grow and thrive.
That's a wrap for this episode of the DermBiz Show. We hope you found today's discussion insightful and packed with value to help you navigate the challenges of running your private practice. We'd love to hear from you. Is there a specific topic you'd like us to cover or a question you want answered? Reach out to us at thedermbiz@gmail.com or drop us a message on social media. Your input helps us tailor the show to what matters most to you and your practice. Speaking of social media, don't forget to follow us on all of our platforms for updates, bonus content, and tips to keep your practice running smoothly. And of course, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. Thanks for tuning in today, and we can't wait to have you join us again the next time. Until then, take care, keep thriving, and we'll see you the next time on the DermBiz Show.